This is the Hidden Killers podcast with Tony Brueski.
Featuring defense attorney, Hidden Killers daily contributor, and host of the Defense Diaries podcast, Bob Motta.
When you look at some of the evidence, some of the testimonies from not only this, but the custody hearing, there were mistruths, I think, that were being expressed by Ashley. There was flat out lies, I think, as well. And that's what I think hurt her at the beginning, and the public perception of, oh, she's lying about this. What else is she lying about? But that doesn't mean everything someone says is a lie. Some people are just like that. Some people are going to kind of fabricate things a little bit here and there, but it doesn't mean the story as a whole is off. And if she, and I do generally believe she believes everything that she's saying. I think there might be something else going on there, maybe, and I speculate personality disorder of some sort, but I do believe she genuinely believes everything that she is saying, and she believes she was in the danger that she was. But then when you look at all those things that Doug has done or demonstrated in the past, it's not hard to understand why. I did find another piece of this interesting when she was slapped the night that she pulled the trigger on him. She did testify today that was the first time he ever physically had harmed her, which does contradict the testimony that she had given. And when the previous court had said, we don't believe there's one scintilla of truth to your story, she had said in the past that there had been physical abuse. And then she says today this was the first time that he ever actually did lay a hand on her.
So, but I thought in words matter. I thought that she said that it was the first time he ever hit me. So you can abuse somebody in a lot of different ways.
Mentally, yeah. I'm not saying that.
No, I mean physically, where it's not where he up and like slapped her. Like you can pinch. There are many different ways. You can grab people. You can hold on it.
Yep.
Like there's a lot of different physical forms of physical abuse that don't like go to hitting. So I can't remember exactly what her words were, but I thought that she said that this was the first time he hit me.
Okay.
So which is different. You're right. Like grabbing her arms and controlling her and putting her up against a wall and doing things like that are still physical abuse. That's not hitting. So I don't know. Like that Judge Moreland, I've had judges like that where once they're locked into somebody that they just don't believe, that's it. Because like judges aren't robots. Like for whatever reason, that judge thought that she was full of it.
Sure.
You know, I mean, which again, a lot of the things that Ashley has done and was doing was really trying to manipulate her way. She was trying to out manipulate a manipulator is what it was, in my opinion. She was trying to figure out a way that she could get out of that jurisdiction, that she had to get out of that state. She had to get out from under that divorce petition. And like, I think that she was absolutely trying to fool him into saying, okay, I'm going to drop the dissolution, because that frees her to move out of state. Once she's out of state, and then she can go and initiate a petition for dissolution in the new state, which means she'll get a new judge. Because Tony, I'm just telling you, man, I've had judges, I've had GALs, I've had counselors that, whether my client is a man or a woman, where they just don't believe my client. And I'm sitting here hearing just the details of these relationships where like, I know my client's telling me the truth, but I can't get other people to see it. And when you have a situation like a GAL, judges take the words of GALs as if it's like come down from God on a tablet and handed to the judge. It's like, I'm like, where's your discretion, Your Honor? So in those relationships where they're antagonistic with GALs, where I know how valuable judges feel that their opinions are in terms of what decision they're ultimately going to make in these cases. And like, I'm in that position where most GALs are lawyers that I work with in my county, who are all divorce attorneys who have taken a class to become a GAL, you know, and like I'm in that awkward position of having to attack them for not doing a good job or not doing a thorough investigation, you know, and it puts it like, the system is just, to me, broken in many, many different ways. And I mean, it took them forever, just states in general, to even create these domestic violence statutes.
True.
Where women were just getting abused for forever.
Yeah.
In this country, really, not this country,
No,
the world.
it's true. Yeah.
And it's like they finally put these into place. And is that to say that there aren't women that use those statutes as a sword as opposed to a shield, which is the intent of it? Of course not. There are women who abuse it. There are women that and it's like that you have so many factors that are at play with a divorce, especially when there's custody involved, that you just have to take into consideration. And like I was saying yesterday, like if I'm Taylor, the defense attorney, my theory is exactly what I was just saying, that everything that Ashley was saying and doing was ultimately getting her into a different state, out of that court in that state, out of in front of Moreland, that judge. But she had every intent on divorcing him, but that she just realized it was like the way that it was going to go down there was not going to be in her best interest, or more importantly, her daughter's best interest.
Sure.
So she did everything that she had to do in her mind to get out of there and to get out from under that petition, because had that petition still been in place, he could have dragged her back there. Like that court still has jurisdiction over her and the child. Yeah. Unless, because like I've had clients that have like just up and moved. They've taken the kids and they've gone out of state, and the other spouse goes in and they say, okay, well, my spouse just kidnapped my child. That judge is going to issue a bench warrant. They're going to get them back into the state. Like once you're stuck in courts, you're stuck in them. Yeah. You know, and it's like, I've just seen it like firsthand so many times where you have a judge that you just cannot convince, no matter what they hear, no matter what they see, that your client's being truthful, because again, judges are human beings. So it's a fascinating case. It's a tragic case in a lot of different ways, but like my bottom line is I believe her. I really do.
I'm definitely, I think, leaning that way more than I ever have been.
Want more of the podcast without the ads?
Then hit subscribe to the True Crime Today Premium Plus channel on Apple Podcasts.
Try it now for 3 days, absolutely free.
You'll get access to all of our extended advance ad-free episodes instantly,
so you can binge without the break. True Crime Today Premium Plus.
Search and subscribe now on Apple Podcasts.